back to the channel, folks, and as you can see I have a new project. I bought this last week and there are a few jobs. One is the MOT. Have to get a tyre and odds and ends like a cracked spring, but I saw this and I think with the lockdown and the hot weather I was really wanting a cabriolet, and I spotted this where my brother lives, and the guy, you know, has had this on the drive. It's not moved for 2 years, and I knocked on the door and to see if it was for sale. It was, and I made him an offer, bit of a cheeky offer, and he came back to me with an offer, and then again, as I am, I made a counter offer. He slept on it, and as you can see now the car is mine. So one of the jobs I need to do is to restore the headlight lenses, and I think this is common in, you know, most of the cars on the road today, is that the lenses are, well, I don't know what you call them, not corroded, the plastic, they're faded, they just don't look good. I've actually carried this out on a number of cars, my brother's car, my mother-in-law's car, so, and it just looks much better. But I'm pleased with the car. It needs a good clean out inside and out, and this is the aim for this weekend. But it's good, and again I do like automatics. It's a very lazy drive. It's not a diesel, it's a petrol, 3 litre petrol. But I think with convertibles, you don't want, you know, a loud sounding clapperty diesel when you've got the roof down. I'm also after a wind deflector, so I'll be going on the most popular auction site to see if I can get a wind deflector for the car. However, there's a number of jobs and I'm going to be taking you through them. First job was just to replace a bulb in the number plate lamp. However, it needed 2 new lenses. The inside contacts were all corroded, so a job which, you know, should have took maybe 5 or 10 minutes took 1 hour and a half, which doesn't really please me. So anyway, let's get down to it and let's get these headlights restored. Okay, and as you can see I've masked up the area. However, if you have a look closely, and I hope the camera picks this up, somebody's already had a go at doing this and actually scratched the plastic lens. You know, it's in a hell of a mess, but I hope you can see this. I hope it's, you know, the camera is actually picking it up. I'm slowly zooming in, but you can see the deep scratches. You can just see there. What is there? Can you see there? What a shame. Again, it's attention to detail. It really annoys me when I see this and I just think, honestly, you're gonna leave the headlight like that? Okay, so what am I gonna use? Well, if I just slowly pan, I've got a box full of wet and dry, and I think I'm going to start off maybe 400 with those deep scratches. I don't know, 320, 400. I'm just going to work up to maybe up to 1,000, 2,000, and then up to 5,000. So I'm going to put it on time lapse, but I think I'm just going to, I don't want to do, you know, every step of the way, but I'm just going to, I think I'll start off. Because of those scratches, you can actually feel them with your fingernail. That's how deep they are, and it's just such a shame. So I'm going to do my best to try to get them out, but it does actually spoil the look of the car. And the car's just being unloved. And it needs that tender, you know, TLC, tender love and care. So, as I said before, I'm repeating myself now, I would normally not go down to maybe 300, But I think with the scratches, I just need to get them out. And I think if I start with 500 or 600, it's going to take a long time. So, as I always say, wish me luck. Well, it looks worse than it looks. However, those deep scratches, you can just see the swells, and I think it's just a course of wet and dry. I'm now trying to smooth the scratches out, and I will get there, but it's going to take a long time. But I just want to show you, you know, sometimes, you know, headlights have never ever been restored. It's quite a simple job, but when somebody's been at it already and not finished the job, I've just put gouges in the plastic, it's going to take a long time. But it looks worse than it is, but I will be able to polish that out with my drill. However, I need to get past this 320 grit and then try and take as much as I can of those scratches out. Much difference on the camera, but actually when you get up close there is a huge difference. I've tried to remove those deep scratches and they are coming out slow but sure. I really think because of the course of sandpaper which was, you know, it's being used, it's going to be quite difficult. I'm just going to take out the harshness, I should say the harshness of the scratches. We're getting there. I've moved up to 600. So now I might go up to 800 or 1000 and then move up to 2000, 3000 and 5. So still a journey to go, but hopefully by the end it will look a lot better. Okay, we are now to the point where I'm going to polish the plastic lens. I've used 240, 320, 600, 1000, 2000, 3000 and 5000 grit to get at this point. And now I've got the polish, I've got the solution somewhere. It is there somewhere. Honestly, it'll appear, I'm sure. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm going to give it a good polish and see if I can get those scratches out. It's definitely a marked improvement from where we saw it about, I would say, 45 minutes ago. However, those deep scratches, it is looking better. It is looking better compared to the lens we have here. It doesn't look bad on camera, but when you look at it, I'm trying to show you, it destroys the look of the car. That's what it does, it destroys the look of the car. So I'm about to polish it. When people say it takes 10 minutes, no. If you're going to do a good job, I would say it takes maybe an hour per lamp lens. I really think that. If you want, you know, in a point to it's spotless, and that's what we're after. This channel's all about restoral, and I've been told by some of the comments about modifying, where I've been modifying my MG, but it's about restoring. And there's so many cars on the roads where you can't even see the indicator because it's all yellowed. I don't know what you call it on plastic. Is it corrosion on plastic? Not like a rust corrosion. However, sometimes you can't see the indicator that bad, and it's always cars over 10 years old. And this car, again, is 16 years old. So, you know, the lenses are needing some restoration. Improvement, and you can see my face, and you can see what I've tried to do. There's a line on the lens itself, and I've polished up to the line, and you can see the dull part there, and then the polished side, and each way I move it, it's absolutely immaculate. So I'm pleased. I've actually got the scratches out. Again, it'll need another good polish just on the upper corners and lower corners, and I'll apply some more polish. But I just want to show you step by step what can be achieved. And everybody out there with different cars, Volkswagens, BMWs, Mercedes, Mercedes especially, and Volkswagens of like 15, 20 years old, the lights are yellow. And they do pose, I honestly see a health hazard. It's safety. You know, look at that indicator. Now, if that was polished, you know, at night, sunlight, you've got more chance of seeing people indicating. So from a safety point of view, I do think it's a necessary job. Same as tyres, steering and brakes. Steering and brakes, they come first. But again, that indicator. So I'm pleased. I'm just going to finish the job. Well, all polished. I got the scratches out, and they were deep scratches to be in a plastic lens. It's absolutely super. I'm just trying to show you from every different angle how highly polished the lens is compared to that lens. So I've run out of time, and I've been asked by my wife and daughter if I would like to watch a movie tonight. So it's all tidy now. I'm going to close the bonnet, lock up. But I am happy with my achievements. So I'll be doing exactly the same to that side that I have to this side. And you don't need to watch me again. But that's how I polish a lens. We're not talking toothpaste. Wet and dry, working up the stages, and again, it's all about patience and time. It's taking your time. That's what we're after, patience. But that's a lot better than what it was. It's safety for me, safety for road users, especially at night time, and actually, especially in direct sunlight, where half the time you can't see people's indicators with this new type of indicator which is all built in. It's all white, and you've got your daylight running light. Sometimes it's very hard to see people indicating. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, press that bell so every time I make a movie you can see my efforts now on maybe a different car. Okay, bye for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's a bit long, however, anybody who would like to tackle to polish a lens, don't be put off. Okay, bye for now.